kilowatt 1, Oscar India kilowatt, Victor, Louisiana.
Name is Bert, Bravo Uniform Romeo Tango, Bert, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Massachusetts running 5 watts. In a few minutes you're going to see a review I did of the Flex 1500, a very lightweight QRP rig that I did a few days ago. The reason we're not outside now is we seem to be having the storm of the century here on Cape Cod, and I wanted to add a few things. In that review you will see I had some problems with the sound card and how it interacted with my laptop. Well, those problems look like they've been corrected, but I wanted you to see the problems I initially faced when I tried to set up my laptop with the Flex 1500. It should be clear that I do recommend the Flex 1500. It is very lightweight. It's a QRP rig you can have for a little more than $600. You can hook it up to an amplifier, and I don't think you can tell the difference that easily from the Flex 3000 and the Flex 5000. They have the pan adapter, which is invaluable. So enjoy the Flex 1500. Go out and get one. Now let's take a look at that review I did a couple days ago. I think you'll learn a lot from it. We're going to take a look at the Flex 1500, the latest rig that's come out from that company. It has some drawbacks, and I don't think it's quite ready for distribution yet, but it's been distributed. But you have to remember, we are hams, and one of the things we should do is experiment. So even though it has a few problems and it has an errata sheet that's a couple of pages long here, we should try and get it to work. It has some real problems with Vista. It seems to work fine with Windows XP. And as far as Windows 7 is concerned, I think that's okay. But I have Vista, that's my problem. I have Vista, and it has some real problems with Vista and the sound card, and as you will see. When you try and engage the sound card and with the Flex 1500, it doesn't really work too well, as you're going to see. And they have a workaround using an ASIO video driver, and that seems to work it around, but then it kills your video card. It kills your audio card. Bit of a problem with power out meter. The power out meter, the manual says it's calibrated in watts. Well, it isn't calibrated in watts. In fact, I don't think it's calibrated at all. And when I transmit with it, a lot of times it'll say 0% out when I am putting out 5 watts. In the tune position, it does seem to work fine. On a percentage basis, it works fine. You get about 10% out in the tune position. The iambic here in the Flex 1500 is not working right now, and they are working on getting that working. I'm confident they will get it going. I had some problems with the on and off switch. I would turn it off and it wouldn't go off, but that was only occasional. I also thought it wasn't too sensitive, but I compared it with a FT817 and it seemed to compare fairly well. Okay, my audio card is disabled on the laptop, and as it's being disabled, of course, we can hear signals coming in very fine. Now I'm going to enable my my audio card, and let's see what happens. Let's see. A card is enabled. Everything sounds fine, except watch what happens. I'm going to stop.
Okay, Bill, thanks. Good luck. You all good?
Okay, I've stopped the program, and now let's see what happens when I re-enable it. Now look at that. Now that sounds like rig noise, like it's coming from the Flex 5000. But it's not really coming from the Flex 5000, because watch what happens to the noise here. As I kind of move along, nothing changes. As I move the frequencies along, nothing changes. Now if I yell, hello, 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 test, 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 you can see I somehow am getting into the rig. But I'm not really getting into the rig, because watch what happens when I shut the Flex 1500 off. Okay, I've shut it off. And what do we have here? Nothing. Let me stop it, and I'll start it again. this. It's still working. It's still working. We're still getting our noise. Now we've got an error.
W0BR, is that Bob in Pennsylvania? Q4 X-ray United. CQNA, Kilo 4 X-ray United. CQNA, Kilo 4 X-ray United. CQNA, Kilo 4 X-ray United.
K1OIK, K1. You're 5'9" and I'm running 5 watts. I'm running 5 watts. WA0N, K1OIK.
K1OIK, okay, is your name, I got that you're running 5 watts for, okay, I've got Bert in Massachusetts, is that a Roger?
That is a Roger, that is a Roger, that is a Roger. And what is your location? What is your QTH? Go ahead.
I'm in Kansas, Kilo Sierra.
I'm using a Flex 1500. Back to you, go ahead.
Real good, Bert. You know, you're doing real good with your 5 watts there, so good luck in the contest with that, and we'll try and catch you on later. 73s.
Bert is my name. What is your name and location? Go ahead.
My name is Chuck. The name here is Chuck, and I'm located in the state of Florida.
Roger, Roger. You've got a 5'9" signal here in Massachusetts. I'm running 5 watts, 5 watts. Alpha Delta 4 Echo Sierra, K1OIK.
Very intelligible here.
You say I'm unintelligible or intelligible?
I can hear you real good, actually.
Okay, I'm running 5 watts with a Flex 1500 and a portable antenna. I'm sitting outside here on my deck and with a laptop computer looking at you. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
Kilowatt, running 5 watts QRP, running 5 watts QRP, K0 Radio Hotel, K1OIK. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, Bert. You're about 5 and 6, 56, okay?
Roger, Roger. Thank you. You're 5'9". You're 5'9", doing really good.
Kilowatt 1, Oscar India Kilowatt, Victor, Louisiana.
Name is Bert, Bravo Uniform Romeo Tango, Bert, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Massachusetts, running 5 watts. Go ahead.
Okay, 5 watts. What's your name?
K1OIK, Kilowatt 1, Oscar Indiana Kilowatt.
K1OIK, Pat, PAC, Louisiana.
This is Bert, Bravo Uniform Romeo Tango in Massachusetts. Bert in Massachusetts, running 5 watts. Go ahead.
Hey, Bert, 5 watts. Sounds good down here in Louisiana. Good luck.
Well, you've heard me make some contacts using the Flex 1500, both on sideband, talked to a fellow in France, and then on voice. There was some sort of a contest, which I despise getting involved in, but to show that the Flex 1500 can work with 5 watts and a rather inexpensive vertical antenna that's only about 11 feet tall, I showed you that it worked fine. So even though there are some drawbacks, and I'm not sure it's ready for prime time yet, the 1500, for ham radio operators who like to experiment and who like to get things working, I think this is a great rig. It gets you going with software-defined radio. You can use it outside like I'm using it here, or you can use it in your shack. A little bit of a problem with computer noise when you're outside and close to your antenna, but most of it is computer noise and not noise from the 1500. When you're inside and you have an outside antenna separated by a lot of coax, no noise problems there. So that's it for the Flex 1500. I hope you got something out of it. I think it's well worth the money that I paid for it and that you will pay for it. Even with some of its difficulties right now, I think it's an excellent choice for a software developed radio. So go out and buy one, the 1500.
I can hear you real good, actually.